They called him Jesus. He came to love, heal and forgive. He lived and died to buy my pardon. An empty grave is there to prove my Savior lives. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. Because I know who holds the future, and life is worth the living just because he lives.
Alright, I'm sorry about the live stream thing tonight. For some reason it don't want to work. We're on John chapter 19, and I'll read it and then I'll put it up. Alright, then Pilate therefore took Jesus and scourged him. And the soldiers plaited a crown of thorns and put it on his head, and they put on him a purple robe. Now, purple stands for royalty. Okay? And said, Hail, King of the Jews! And they smote him with their hands. Pilate therefore went forth again and said unto them, Behold, I bring him forth to you, that you may know that I find no fault in him. Then came Jesus forth, wearing the crown of thorns and the purple robe. And Pilate said unto him, Behold the man. Then the chief priests, therefore, and officers saw him. They cried out, saying, Crucify him, crucify him. Pilate said unto them, Take ye him, and crucify him, for I found no fault in him. The Jews answered him, We have a law, and by our law he ought to die, because he made himself the Son of God. Then Pilate therefore heard that saying, he was more afraid, and went again into the judgment hall, and saith unto Jesus, Whence art thou? But Jesus gave him no answer. Then saith Pilate unto him, Speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee, and I have power to release thee? Jesus answered, Thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above. Therefore he that delivered me unto thee hath the greater sin. So in other words, Jesus said, the ones that brought me here, they have the greatest sin, not you. And from henceforth Pilate sought to release him. But the Jews cried out, saying, If thou let this man go, thou art not Caesar's friend. Whosoever maketh himself a king speaketh against Caesar. So all of them, all these people liked Caesar. They didn't like the King of the Jews, Jesus Christ. They didn't like him at all. Alright, then Pilate therefore heard that saying. He brought Jesus forth, and sat down in the judgment seat, in a place that is called Pavement, but in the Hebrew Golgotha. And it was in preparation of the Passover, and about the 6th hour. And he saith unto the Jews, Behold your king. But they cried out away with him, crucify him. Pilate said unto them, Shall I crucify your king? The chief priests answered, we have no king but Caesar. So they'd rather have the government, and Caesar was really a bad person. So they'd rather have the sin over Jesus Christ. Then delivered he him, therefore, unto them to be crucified. And they took Jesus and led him away. And he bearing his cross went forth into the place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha. There they crucified him, and two other with him, on either side one, and Jesus in the midst. And Pilate wrote a title and put it on the cross, and he wrote was Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. This title then read many of the Jews, for the place where Jesus was crucified was nigh to the city, and it was written in Hebrew and Greek and Latin. Then said the chief priest of the Jews to Pilate, Write not the King of the Jews, but that he said, I am King of the Jews. Pilate answered, What I have written, I have written. Then these soldiers, when they had crucified Jesus, took his garment, and made 4 parts, to every soldier a part, and also his coat. Now the coat was without seam, woven from the top throughout. Now this had no seam. It was all made into one big old piece. And they said therefore among themselves, Let us not rent it, but cast lots for it, who it shall be, that the scriptures might be fulfilled, which saith, They parted my garment among themselves, and for my vesture they did cast lots. These things therefore the soldiers did. Now there stood by the cross of Jesus his mother, and his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Cleophas, and Mary Magdalene. When Jesus therefore saw his mother and the disciple standing by, whom he loved, he said unto his mother, Woman, behold thy son. Then said he to his disciple, Behold thy mother. And from that hour that disciple took her into his own home. After this, Jesus, knowing that all things were now accomplished, that the scriptures might be fulfilled, said, I thirst. Now there was a set of vessels full of vinegar. Now this isn't like the vinegar you think it is, like a wine. It's something to numb your whole body. And they filled the sponge with vinegar, and put it up on a hyssop, that's a sword, and put it in his mouth. Then Jesus therefore had received the vinegar. He said, It is finished. And he bowed his head and gave up the ghost. The Jews therefore, because it was in the preparation that the body should not be remain upon the cross on the Sabbath day, for that Sabbath day was an high day, besought Pilate that their legs might be broken, that they might be taken away. If they broke the legs, then they're going to die like that. Then came the soldiers and broke the legs of the first and of the other, which was crucified with him. But when they came to Jesus and saw that he was dead already, they broke not his legs. But one of the soldiers with a spear pierced his side, and forthwith came there out blood and water. Now, when you are crucified and you're having really bad problems with your heart and all, then you're going to have a lot. It's going to be around your lungs, if I can remember right, a lot of blood and water. And he that saw it bore record and his record is true. And he knoweth that he has said that he might believe. For these things were done, that the scriptures should be fulfilled. A bone of him shall not be broken. And again another scripture saith, they shall look on him whom they have pierced. And after this Joseph of Arimathea, being a disciple of Jesus, but secretly, for fear of the Jews, besought Pilate that he might take away the body of Jesus. And Pilate gave him leave. He came, therefore, and took the body of Jesus. And there came also Nicodemus, which at the first came to Jesus by night, and brought a mixture of myrrh and aloe, about 100-pound weight. That's a lot. Then took they the body of Jesus, and wounded it in linen clothes, and with the spice, as the manner of the Jews is to bury. Now in the place where he was crucified, there was a garden, and in the garden a new sculpture, wherein was never man yet laid. There laid they Jesus. Therefore, because of the Jews' preparation day for the sculpture was nigh at hand. So they had to get everything prepared real quick and put him in there. And it's kind of funny. You haven't never heard of Ron Wyatt? Ron Wyatt found the place where they crucified Jesus, and it's very interesting. I'd say go check it out. And it's called Jeremiah's. Oh my gosh! I just had it on my head. It's called Jeremiah's Grotto. And it's also called Zedekiah's Cave. And if you get the opportunity, go check it out. And it's very interesting. He found the Ark of the Covenant. And he also found blood that belonged to Jesus. And he had him check it out. And on the woman's side, he had the right amount. But on the man's side, he did not. So, there's something that's very interesting to check out. Alright, a lot of hugs and kisses. I'm sorry about the live stream. If you would like to donate to Poor Man's Sewing, come down here to Poor Man's Sewing. Then come up here and look for About. And right here you can donate to the channel. And every donation is really appreciated. We thank you very much, and I hope you have a blessed day.